Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Anupa presenting the headlines first. Prime Minister Modi confers with his Mauritian counterpart in Varanasi, says nations are two, but dreams are one. Sikkim observes Natula Vijay Divas. Governor Om Sagat Singh remembers supreme sacrifices of martyrs. Meghalaya Cabinet accepts probe body report on MECL scam, clears sweeping amendments to excise rules. Mizoram Chief Minister underlines role of irrigation projects, calls them lasting assets for the state. And in sports, in Hong Kong Open Super 500 Badminton, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty edged past Thailand pair to reach quarterfinals. In national news first, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral talks with his Mauritian counterpart, Naveen Chandra Ramgulam, in Varanasi today. At a joint press briefing, Prime Minister Modi reaffirmed the deepening ties between the two countries, saying India and Mauritius are two nations, but the dreams are one. The talk covered the full spectrum of cooperation. 4 memoranda of understanding in the field of science and technology, oceanography, administrative training and telemetry were exchanged between the two countries. Mauritius PM is on a week-long state visit to India. In news from Nepal, negotiations are set to take place today between President Ramcharan Paudel, the Nepali Army Chief Ashok Raj Sidgal and Gen Z youth representatives to decide the leadership of an interim government amid ongoing political turmoil. Gen Z protest representatives have finalized former Chief Justice Sushila Karki as their sole nominee for the post of interim Prime Minister. Gen Z discussions with Nepali Army included the system of directly elected executives. Discussions were also held on issues including judicial investigations of corruption cases. Sikkim is observing Natula Vijay Divas today. The day is observed every year on September 11 to honor the valor and sacrifices of Indian Army in the 1967 Indo-China conflict led by late Major General Sagat Singh. On the occasion, Governor Om Prakash Mathur urged each and everyone to remember the supreme sacrifices of the martyrs and take inspiration from their courage.
भारत हिंदू स्वराज की ऐसी बहुत सी घटनाएं हैं और हमारे आर्मी द्वारा की गई ऐसी वीरता घटनाएं इतिहास में अनभिज्ञ है। आज का युवा जानता नहीं है। जब मैं पहली बार 11 सितंबर 2024 में जब मैं नाथुला गया तो नाथुला की जब हिस्ट्री मुझे पता लगी तो हम हमेशा नाथुला दिवस मनाता है। तो मैंने आर्मी से और यहाँ की स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से भी आग्रह किया कि अगली बार हम आर्मी का विजय दिवस मनाएंगे और विजय दिवस किसके लिए था, क्यों विजय दिवस मनाया जाए, उसकी विस्तृत चर्चा हम निश्चित रूप से कल करेंगे। लेकिन एक अच्छा उदाहरण आज के युवा पीढ़ी को, यानी एक 62 का हमारे मस्तिष्क में घुमा है, लेकिन 67 में जो हमारे सैनिकों ने और हमारे जनरल्स ने इस बॉर्डर पे जो काम किया है वहाँ अभी आज की जनता नहीं जानती और इसलिए हमने ये दिवस मनाया। मैं पूरी आर्मी के सारे जवानों को, अधिकारियों को और यहाँ के बाकी प्रशासन को भी धन्यवाद दूंगा।
In Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today chaired a cabinet meeting at the Assembly chamber where it accepted the Independent Inquiry Committee's report into allegations of corruption in MECL and its 3 subsidiaries. The cabinet also approved sweeping amendments to the Meghalaya Exercise Amendment Rules 2025, including reclassification of IMFL brands and new provisions to restructure pricing with a target of additional 90 crore rupees in revenue. The cabinet also cleared amendments to the Meghalaya Electronics Processes, Issuance, Service and Execution Rules 2025.
Still asked to do a verification on basis of different complaints that kept coming to us that certain places the work was not done, was not completed. And though the physical closure was done, we decided that we should do a further verification to be sure from our side. And we did that verification and the reports came in and the director technicals of the 3 different branches or companies of the MEPDCL. They sat and had multiple meetings, and ultimately the report was submitted to us that out of the work that was at question, about 96 crores of work was being verified. The committee and the MEPDCL has submitted a report today to us that after multiple verifications, they have found that 54 lakhs of work has not been completed out of the 96 crores. Out of that, the rest has been completed. So about 30 to 40 villages are there.
Still in Meghalaya, at the second media meet in Shillong, Chief Minister reiterated the government's commitment to ethical journalism and the welfare of media professionals. 8 senior journalists were honoured with 1 lakh rupees each under the CM special grant for their contributions to journalism in the state. The Chief Minister also announced new welfare measures under the Meghalaya Journalist Welfare Scheme 2024. The event saw a lively gathering of local journalists and senior media professionals from across the country.
Journalism, protection and UV photo.
Cow urine party where we need to drink cow urine, dangerous case.
Various media officers.
It is because of your intervention. Today we are having these programs to recognize senior journalists. People who have given their life for journalism, who have faced the challenges in difficult times with no financial support, and yet continued to do what they did because they believed in what they did, because they were passionate about what they did, and no challenge or no difficulty would bring them down. And that's really what we are trying to appreciate today by recognizing these senior journalists. And
Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Homa has underlined the crucial role of the Irrigation and Water Resources Department, noting the state's heavy dependence on agriculture and the need for reliable water resources. In a meeting with Minister P. Sivalalwata, the senior officials today, he reviewed key initiatives and described upcoming projects as lasting assets for the state. Among the projects discussed were the 29.6 crore rupees Tuidai multipurpose project in Mamit, funded by NABARD, and the Mat Valley Integrated Water Resource Management and Climate Resilient Irrigation project in Serche. In Assam, Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma today took part in several public meetings in BTR in which he campaigned for BJP for the upcoming council elections. At Udalguri's Bhairav Kundo, he interacted with the people to spread the message of his party's development agenda in BTR. He said this is the echo of common people of BTR region with peace and prosperity. This is the echo of the growing public support for the BJP.
Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, I have Bharatiya Janata Party
In Arunachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Pema Khandu had a discussion with the Nishi elite society led by Professor Tana Shorin. The meeting focused on empowering the Nishi community by preserving heritage, promoting youth opportunities and driving sustainable development. Khandu said women play a central role in shaping and transmitting faith and traditions. To nurture this vital role, a Gurukul school for girls is being proposed in collaboration with Nishi Nyudang Mujwing Ralung to promote Nishi culture. The Tripura government has constituted a 4-member Special Investigation Team SIT to investigate the fraudulent withdrawal of 16.38 crore rupees from Agartala Municipal Corporation AMC bank account using clone checks. Preliminary findings suggest fraudsters from Hyderabad forged the signature of a former AMC officer while the original checks remained with the corporation. CCTV footage from UCO Bank main branch is being examined to identify suspects. The SIT, led by Additional Superintendent of Police, Urban West Tripura. In Nagaland, Secretary of Health and Family Welfare S. Tainu hailed nurses as the backbone of the healthcare system. Acknowledging their vital role as caregivers, educators and patient advocates, the minister said this during the 12th state-level conference in Kohima, organized by the Trained Nurses Association of India under the theme Patient-Centered Care, Enhancing Quality and Safety Through Nursing Practice. State President of Association S. Tiakla Longkumar noted the association now has over 2,000 life members, but voiced concern over the acute shortage of nurses in the state.
We will have this conference I would like to request each and every one of you to retrospect the roles that you are playing in providing a special health care and in the field of health service delivery system in the state.
In Nagaland, a meeting on the implementation of the Inner Line Permit ILP system was held today at the Deputy Commissioner's office in Dimapur with representations from 31 Hodor villages. The sub-divisional office informed that the district administration through the office of the Commissioner of Nagaland will ensure that 33% of ILP fees collected will be remitted to village council. The SDO clarified that neither village council nor the public are authorized to collect ILP checks or impose fines.
33% of the ILP fees levied on each category of ILP to be remitted to the concerned village council as per the register of ILP holders staying in the village, which are maintained by the respective village council. तो इतुलाई शब्द है अजी DC.
In badminton, India's top men's doubles pair Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty today advanced to the quarterfinals of the Hong Kong Open Super 500 badminton tournament after edging Thailand's Pirachai Sukphun and Pakapong Tirasatkul. The Indian duo seeded 8th rallied from the first game loss to defeat the unseeded Thai pair 18-21, 21-15, 21-11 in a 63-minute match. World number 9 Ranki Reddy and Shetty will next face Malaysia's Junaidi Arif and Roy King Yap tomorrow. On the issue of resumption of trade between India and China, Sikkim Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang has informed that the government of India has decided to resume trade with China through Natula and that the process is expected to begin soon. He also said construction of parking facilities at Natula is already underway.
Looking forward to it.
इस बारे में अभी भारत सरकार ने शुरू करने का विचार कर चुका है, लेकिन कब शुरू होगा ये अभी पता नहीं है। तो जरूर अभी मेरे को लगता है कि अभी जल्दी शुरू हो जाएंगे। बढ़ाने के लिए हम कोशिश करेंगे, जो हम भारत सरकार से मैं बात भी करूंगा और मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री से मिलने के समय में मैं ये बात करूंगा। मैं 27 को हम लोग जा रहा हूँ। ये तो बहुत बड़ी बात है, क्योंकि जो जिन प्रकार से अभी देखो नथुला में इतना टूरिस्ट पर डे कभी कभी तो 5000 से ज्यादा टूरिस्ट आ जाता है, तो इसलिए हम नया अगर जगह खोलेंगे तो नया में जाएंगे। तो सिक्किम के लिए ये बहुत सारे एक बहुत अच्छा टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन बन जाएगा। ये नॉट ओनली फॉर द
Mizoram Power Minister F. Rolding Liana on Wednesday visited major power intake and distribution hubs currently under construction in Western Mizoram to inspect the remaining work and expedite the inauguration. The minister inspected the substation in West Phalang and substation at Marpara. At the West Phalang substation, he met with power grid officials and workers to discuss the progress and implementation of various tasks. And to end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Modi confers with his Mauritian counterpart in Varanasi, says nations are two, but dreams are one. Sikkim observed Natula Vijay Divas. Governor Om Sagat Singh remembers supreme sacrifices of martyrs. Meghalaya Cabinet accepts probe body report on MECL scam, clears sweeping amendments to excise rules. Mizoram Chief Minister underlines role of irrigation projects, called them lasting assets for the state. And in sports, in Hong Kong Open Super 500 badminton, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty edged past Thailand pair to reach quarterfinal. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.